Welcome to the call, Brian.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Good, sir.
Good.
My name's Howie Newton. I'm calling from Portsmouth, Ohio. Just want to thank everybody for being on the call so far. We're going to get started here in a couple of minutes. If you already haven't, go ahead and state your name and tell me where you're calling from.
This is Anicia from Jacksonville, Florida.
Welcome to the call.
Thank you.
Welcome to the call. Please state your name. Tell me where you're calling from. Welcome to the call. Please state your name. Tell me where you're calling from.
Hey guys, this is Donna calling from Missouri.
Welcome to the call. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
We're going to get started here in about just a few minutes. Please, if you haven't already, please state your name and tell me where you're calling from.
This is Sean calling from Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Welcome, Sean. Thank you, operator. I think we're going to go and get started. My name is Howie Newton. I'm from Portsmouth, Ohio. I've been with ViSalus for roughly a little over 5 years. I'm a regional director. I tell you what, I've been living the Vi life now for 5 years. It's been phenomenal. My personal story, just a little bit. I'm an engineer by trade. I was introduced to this 5 years ago by a very good friend of mine. He just challenged me, just like I believe everybody on this line has been done. And within 9 months, I've lost 110 pounds, and that was almost 5 years ago. So I've been on the 100-pound club since June of 2011, and I haven't looked back. So it's been really a life-changing event for me, and I just very, very grateful that I was asked to be on this call tonight. I really appreciate it. But we have some great speakers tonight. We want to get to them. We have a brand new 100-pound club member, and his name is Austin. Austin, I'm sorry, I messed up that name again. Could you jump in there, Austin? Is Austin on the line?
Austin, are you on mute?
Did we lose Austin?
You might have dialed in on the wrong number, so what we can do is if he can hang up and dial back on the other number, and we'll continue. That's okay? Austin, one more shot. You there? Okay. So I'll jump on if that's all right, and then we can come right back.
Fine. Go right ahead.
Perfect. My name is Theresa. I'm out of San Antonio, Texas. I am a 100-pound club member, proud member of TeamViHOPE. A little bit about my journey with ViSalus. I started 3.5 years ago, struggling with hypothyroidism, diagnosed with thyroid cancer, PCOS. I was absolutely at my lowest. Did anything and everything trying to get over my hump and try to figure out how to lose weight. ViSalus came into my life by a FedEx delivery man who saved my life, and after a couple harassing phone calls, I finally gave in and accepted the challenge. First 90 days, I was able to lose 40 pounds. 18 months, I hit 100 pounds lost. And to this day, I'm officially 140 pounds down. Don't even know how much muscle because I'm constantly up and down and working towards a couple different goals right now. So right now I'm super excited. That's a little bit about my story, but I'm super excited to bring on a lady. Her name is Malissa, and she has been with Vi. I'm going to let her share her story, but she has a very unique story within ViSalus. So Malissa, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Awesome. So why don't you go right ahead, share your story in 3 to 5 minutes. Tell us what's going on.
Okay. Well, I want to, first of all, thank you guys so much. It's an honor to be on this call, to be asked to speak with obviously a phenomenal panel of people. So I thank you very much. I do have a unique story. I'll give you a little bit of my background. I joined ViSalus in September 2010. A single mom, had barely any income coming in, but I was very overweight, very depressed. And I have a background in public relations and marketing in motorsports. And I had somebody that just, knew that this was what I needed, and they cared about me more than I did at the time. So they approached me with the challenge, and I needed a change. I was on high blood pressure pills, being depressed. I was on, of course, meds for that. And I made a change and I ran with it. And I had my biggest why was obviously my daughter, Dakota. So I ran with it, with the challenge, and I ran with the business as well. So I took off, and I had no idea what I was doing. I had never been in network marketing. And I actually initially I hit the 1-star ambassador level in about 17 months. I can honestly say that because my upline had all the control, I had no idea how fast we did it. We were all learning at the same time. He was running all the calls. He kind of had all control of the leadership. And that's kind of the reason why I kind of touched base on that is because that's kind of when all the uplines were, you hear leaving, and it's kind of when I through all the ups and downs of network marketing and everything. I initially had lost a good 80 to 90 pounds at that time. Did very, very well, stuck with my challenge. I stayed on the transformation kit. I was receiving my 3 for free all those years, and to this day, I still get my 3 for free. My results to this day is 111 pounds total lost, 15 recently, being back on the challenge since September. But I took a step back from the company. While I was actually growing with my team, I was able to put myself through college. I got an associate's degree in holistic health and nutrition and business management. So just with all the confusion and thinking that I personally needed some more personal development to be a better leader and friend and mother, I took a step back and said, okay, well, maybe I can just build my holistic practice, get a little bit out of this confusion until I feel it's right. And I did take a step back, and I walked away from a 6-figure income. Crazy, I know. But it was actually, it was an eye-opening mental clarity kind of situation, and that's what kind of I left my team and everything. So when I recently came back here in September, I started from ground zero. I had no team, nobody that I brought over, and I have just recently hit Rising Star Director in 11 days, and I hit RD in 30 days. So in the mix of all of that, I dropped 15 pounds in 28 of those days. And my daughter is also on the Project 10. She suffers right now from the childhood obesity, and she's down about 11 pounds. So she's right along there with me. And she actually was basically right along there with me getting my associate's degree in health. So she learned fairly quickly at the age of about 4 or 5, being basically thrown into ViSalus and going to every event and never missing event. I kind of broke the mold with her in her outlook of, this is what you do and this is how you live. So, I mean, the importance of being a role model to her and me being so passionate about that is I came from a family that was very ill growing up. So I came from high blood pressure and cancer and heart disease. And I basically, the only people living in my immediate family is my brother. And he's actually a kidney transplant patient, a recipient of like 13 years now. And we've lost all of our immediate family due to not taking care of your health. We did have a lot of overweight aunts and uncles. They're actually passed away, diabetes. So, and that's where my passion comes from. So my daughter, she knows why I'm so passionate about it. But, I mean, why I feel this is so important to be a role model and to teach my daughter the healthy lifestyle and why Vi. I mean, that's my motto is why not? The opportunities and the tools, the culture and the community, why not? I mean, when you can change your lifestyle and change your health, as we have and as we do, and the accountability that we have is pretty much foolproof. And you can, I mean, the opportunities like putting myself through school. I mean, that was huge. My daughter watching and witnessing me bettering myself and basically taking that whole, this is not how my story ends. This is not how I'm going to let it end. I'm going to make the changes. She never saw me depressed. She just saw me always going and making it better for us. That's why I'm so passionate about it. We're mirror images for our children as well as we are for our friends and our family. So every day that we do something and we're moving forward in a positive motion, people are watching us on a daily basis, especially with our challenge, and that's why it's so important we share our updates and everything else. But I pretty much, I mean, that's why Vi, the opportunities, and for my daughter, she's my why. But we challenge each other, and our challenges always consistently change as we hit our goals, and we do that together. And then she's always challenging other people and our friends. So, I mean, my story is just so crazy different, but it's an aha moment when you have an upline that actually believes in you and has made mistakes in the past and shows you the right way, and having that mental clarity coming back now and going, oh, that's the value of that. That's why you run out the gates fast and you build, or that's why you stay on your challenge, faithfully, because you don't want to cheat yourself in your own personal health lifestyle, but you don't want to cheat yourself in your business either, because this is your business. And this equity, this is for our future. And we need to be able to take care of our family and our friends in both our health lifestyles and our business. So that's why we're here, and this is what we're doing. So, and that's pretty much my story, and that's why I've ran out the gates trying to stay off the roof and scream to everybody that I can, and I'm so excited this time around. We just have a phenomenal team. We have a phenomenal Vi family that just wraps their arms around everybody and loves on each other. So, I mean, I couldn't be more proud to be right where we all are right now today. So I want to thank you guys for having me on the call. I really appreciate it.
Wow, Melissa, that was excellent. Thank you so much. How old is Dakota again?
She will be 9 this Saturday at the Vi Tour.
Awesome. So she's 9 years old, and she's lost 11 pounds, and it's all because you are teaching her the way, holding her hand, and guiding her, being an excellent role model. Melissa, thank you so much for sharing your story. Please hold on the line. We're going to try to get Austin back on. Austin, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Why don't you go ahead? We're going to kick it right off to you. We're going to let you share your story.
All right. Okay, so, my parents got divorced when I was, young, about 2, and since then, I used food as a comfort, as a friend, and so forth, and I got severely bullied when I was in elementary school, middle school, and part of high school, and what changed for me was I went to the gym, and I met Cheyenne, that's on the call right now, and I saw him with the scale, and I was like, I wonder how much I weigh. And I walked up to him. I was like, hey, man, let me, jump on your scale for a minute. He was like, sure thing, So I hopped on, and I was 335 pounds at the age of 16, and I couldn't believe it, and I was just in shock. And, you know, it devastated me because being 16 and that heavy just, you know, put in a, like a flash in my head and to see where I was going to be at when I was older and the health issues I was going to have, and I wanted to change. So I talked to him, and at first he gave me a sample pack to try, and I tried it, and I loved it. So since then, I was on the fuel kit, and I was on the Vibe packs and Nutri cookies. So I went up to Fayetteville, North Carolina, where I'm at right now, to visit my brother. And when I was going to visit him, I could barely fit in the plane seat. And I was only 16, so that was a flash, too. And I was like, you know, this is really bad. So when I landed in Fayetteville, I told my brother, you know, I wanted to change my lifestyle and I wanted to look good for once in my life because I was always a big kid. And he was like, all right. So we went to Wendy's and we pigged out, and I bought like $20 worth of food, and I ate it all. So the next day, I started my journey with, you know, with the product, with Vi. And so since then, you know, I lost 100 pounds, which is amazing. And when I went back to Florida, I lost about 40 pounds with the product. And when I went back, I met with Cheyenne, and since then he trained me. He picked me up from school, 'cause, you know, I'm still in school, and he was just my mentor. You know, he's like a second dad to me. You know, if it wasn't for him, Cheyenne, you know, I don't think I would be where I'm at today and living how I'm living today. And my goals, I don't think would be possible because he always pushed me. He always said, you know, you could do this, you could do that. And, you know, at some point I was frustrated because I hit a plateau at 260. And I was like, hey, man, you know, this, you know, I was just getting really upset. But he just kept on pushing me and kept on pushing me. And, you know, and that's why I am where I'm at today, is because of Cheyenne pushing me and my willpower to stick with it and, you know, continuously work out and use Vi. And, you know, it's just, I just had a hard life, and, you know, it's just, you know, people, you know, I'm sure you guys been there, and you just wanted to change for the better good. And my why was my family. You know, I wanted to be around for my nephews. I want to have kids. I want to join the police department. You know, and for that you have to be physically, you know, active and be in good shape. So I just, you know, I was like, enough is enough. And since then, you know, it's just, I've been eating healthy. I've been working out every day, even if I can't go to the gym. I go for 4-mile runs, you know, do push-ups in between and just get it in. And there's no excuse why you can't work out. You know, I have 2 legs and I have 2 arms, and that's all you need. So it's been a long, long ride for me, and I am finally where I'm at, you know, today. And I'm just thankful that, you know, I was blessed with Cheyenne, and, you know, God was with me throughout the whole thing. So, you know, that's my story.
Wow, Austin, that's great. I'm loving that you're saying that you had somebody to look up to and somebody that was like a second father figure, and that you push yourself too. When somebody's not around, you keep yourself going. So you are essentially your own role model as well. So yeah, that's awesome. I need to do something really quick that I'm just feeling like spontaneous. I need everybody that's on this call, we're going to unmute the lines. I need everybody to show them some major love. Scream, shout, yell.
All right. Good job. All right.
Great
All
job,
right.
guys. Keep it up.
All right. Good job.
So awesome. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for showing just as much love as I was feeling when I was hearing their stories. I need to bring all my callers back on right now, all my guests, Melissa, Howard, and Austin. I just have a quick question I want to ask everyone. Is Howard there?
Go ahead.
Howard, awesome. So I have the same question for everyone. I'm going to let ladies go first. So Melissa, if you could answer this question first. What is the best piece of advice that you can pass on to us that was given to you from a role model previously? And how has the advice personally helped you in your personal Project 10 challenge?
Ooh, that would have to be just to never give up. On the days that are rough, tune in to your upline, your accountability partners, your customers, your promoters, just everybody that you're surrounding yourself around. Focus on your why, because on those rough days, those tough days that you're just really broken down and tired, remember why you got started and let it push you. And never forget your forgetting place, that place that you came from, that you've worked so hard and strived so hard to leave behind for good. Never forget it, but always remember it, and let that be the fuel that pushes you forward. That's what's always gotten me through any day, obviously being my daughter, being my why, but also my family and everything else. I mean, it can go to anything for anyone, but that being your forgetting place is my huge thing. That was a mentor someone shared on stage, and it stuck with me because I will never forget my forgetting place, but I will never go back there again.
Awesome. Thank you. Austin, what about you?
I think my piece of advice is just never lose faith in yourself and just keep on pushing forward, because when you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And, and when you see progress after progress after progress, that's what keeps you driving for more and more results. And especially when you have someone to look up to like I did, So just never give up on yourself and just keep on pushing forward, So.
Perfect. Austin, thank you so much. Howard, what about you? You've been around for 5 years. You've been able to maintain this weight loss. Tell me some advice here.
Well, I'm going to say the initial challenges were basically weight loss, and several of them were activities. Some of them were just fun things. You can change it up a little bit. But really, I'm going to quote a little bit of Dave Mallon a little bit. Have the end in mind. You have to have a goal. You have to set a goal. You have to make a plan, and you have to work towards that goal. You have to take action. One of my favorite mentors, John C. Maxwell, says the rule of 5. You have to swing that axe 5 times a day, not 10, not 20, but 5 times. That has to be every day. So, if you're on a challenge, be on your challenge every day. If you're taking your ViPack, take your ViPack every day. If you're in the business, if you're making calls, make calls every day. It's just something that, you ingrain that routine and just have that end in mind where you want to go. Thank you.
So awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. One little piece of advice, and then I'll move on, is something that I was always told was don't look back. Weight loss is a huge, huge mental struggle and mental battle that you will deal with every single day. But if you keep looking back, you will not move forward. So my whole mentality throughout my entire journey was don't look back. I even had a sticky note on my mirror. I have a few friends that I remind of this theory every day. If you need to, put sticky notes everywhere to remind yourself and inspire yourself. So with that, a few things I wanted to say was a role model is truly a person that people look up to, and they look up to them to help them determine appropriate behaviors. They're really important for your psychologically, they're there for you, helping you guide through life's journeys, life's development, life's growth, and helps you determine your own happiness. There's a few qualities. I found this in an article. There's 5 qualities that you find in role models. One is having the ability to overcome obstacles. How many of us battle obstacles daily in a weight loss journey? Number 2 is selflessness and acceptance of others. How many people can we help with Project 10? This is not just about ourselves, guys. This is about helping as many people as we can. And number 3, commitment to community. Are we involved with Project 10? Do we know where when we lose our 10 pounds, do we know where we're donating our meals to? Number 4, clear set values and goals. We touched on this a little bit earlier, but are you being public with where you want to go? Are you being honest with your followers about what your goals and where you're going to achieve them? And number 5, the biggest attribute of a role model is the ability to inspire others and bring out the passion in others. Honestly, everyone in a weight loss journey is a role model. You need to be that role model and then find a role model. If you can't be your own, find one. We have a whole community within TeamViHOPE and ViSalus. If you're already on the challenge, I want to thank you for joining us on this call and supporting your fellow challengers. If you are not yet on the challenge, I say yet because we know you will join us, please get in touch with the person who got you connected to this call to get started. We are all here waiting to inspire you and so excited to cheer you on. With that being said, I just want to thank everybody for joining us on this call tonight, and this call is officially a wrap. Thank you.